for the school report. Today we welcome Lynn Halverson to the studio, the superintendent of the Blair-Taylor School District, brought to you by Poppy Bus Service. The school report starts right now.
That's right, everybody. It's every kid in school's favorite day of the week. It's Friday, and today I'm joined by Lynn Halverson. Good morning, Lynn.
Good morning, Brian.
So, how are you this morning?
I'm doing great. Had a little few things I had to take care of, so we're getting a little bit of a later start, but I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, that's okay. So we might as well jump right into it. Something very cool I saw that you guys have going on is you have that robotics after school club now. Tell me a bit about that.
Yeah, the robotics club. It's advised by Andy and Julie Nearing. Mm-hmm. Andy actually started this club probably a little over 10 years ago. It started as just simply kids that were interested in robotics, the VEX Robotics, obviously with the support of the Ron and Joyce Wannick VEX Robotics program. Mm-hmm. They've been able to help support, and we're very, very thankful for their generosity. But it began with just simply kids having an interest. They stayed in from recess with Mr. Nearing, and he taught them about robotics. Over time, it's evolved. It's become an after-school program.
Okay.
And they meet on Mondays and Wednesdays from 3:15 till 5, so they put in time throughout the entire year. They attend competitions. They just started meeting on Monday, and they've got 26 kids that are in 5th through 8th grade that are a part of that. So in the end, it's not just high school kids that can be involved in after-school programs that are tied back to academics. So there's opportunities for elementary kids as well.
Yeah, it sounds like a popular program. So what are they doing? Are they learning how to program? And
they're
things like
programming. They are building robots. They are. They actually work with Whitehall, Christoph, and Alex a little bit. Mm-hmm. They kind of took Andy under their wing because they were a little bit further along with those competition pieces.
Yeah.
And Andy and Julie are taking kids to competitions now. It's something that it's not just the kids that are committed to it, it's also the parents, because obviously elementary kids don't have their driver's license.
Yeah.
And so it takes the support of the parents to figure out their schedules to make sure that their kid can get picked up at 5 p.m. Or attend the competitions. And a lot of our parents actually volunteer and they help out with the competitions with supervision, anything that's needed.
So very neat. That sounds very cool. Sounds like something fun to get into for those kids around there.
Yes, absolutely.
Lots of interest.
And it's stuff that can tie back to careers down the road, well-paying careers down the road. So
exactly. And your staff got a little bigger this year, and it got a little bigger with the four-legged kind, it sounds like, huh?
Yeah. We I think of summer for education kind of like free agency in the NFL. Mm-hmm. You want to attract the best. We had a really good year of attracting quality staff. And during one of the interviews for a kindergarten teacher, Jenna Kowalski, and I think Jared had mentioned this previously, during the interview, she made it very clear that she was a package deal if she were to be offered the job. She has a 1-year-old golden retriever named Winston, who is an amazing dog. She had a previous dog, Harrison, and the benefits, and it was really cool talking to Jenna because she focused a little bit more on Harrison and the fact that he's a veteran and how Harrison just knew where he was needed within the building. You know, if a kid wasn't feeling good, Harrison kind of, gravitated in that direction. Yeah. And it's kind of the same thing with Winston because Winston was able to learn from Harrison. So that's one of our therapy dogs. So we got a 2-for-1 package deal with that hire, and so that was great. And then we have other existing therapy dogs. We've got Beth Lasowski. She's got Oliver, who is a golden doodle, extremely popular with the high school kids. Kids are walking by the hallway and popping in the office just simply to see Oliver. And then Greta Munson has a golden retriever, 5-year-old, and that would be Mabel, and obviously very popular as well. Yep. And then we have a 4th one that's in training with one of our other hires, Paige Butzler. She has a golden retriever as well that's in training. And between all 4 dogs, not all 4 are in the building every single day. Okay. But you could pretty much count on at least one of them being in the building every day.
Oh, wow.
And another important note is Obviously if there's any allergies or anything like that, we do make the accommodations for any students. And so if there are any allergies out there, just make us aware and we'll make it work.
Okay. Yeah, that's a great thing to have in schools for these kids too, because nothing can calm a kid down more than petting a nice loving dog.
Yeah, and there's lots of research out there on it just lowers anxiety, promotes social emotional intelligence, so just many benefits.
Yeah, just helps build a bigger community. And speaking of community, we had some people in here talking about the Rita Tranberg Memorial. Was that last weekend? I think that happened.
Yeah, it was on the 6th.
Yeah,
and I realized that Sheila and Sherry were on last week, and they talked about it. But it's just such an amazing story. And I know that Beth, with the Welcome Back to School, Beth and Jared, they both focused on the importance of our community and how much we appreciate the support from our community. And if you want to see the definition of community, attend that Rita Tranberg Memorial.
Yeah.
And what I like about it is that family was helped at one time, and they just felt like it's filling their bucket to give back to the community. And what I find the most inspiring is the fact that it's not about boundary lines. It's not about recipients have to be from Blair or Taylor. There's recipients from Whitehall, Ettrick, the entire surrounding area. It's a pure example of good people being good people, and putting that on display. And, and I think their entire family is similar to my perspective in the fact that it fills my bucket to help people.
Yep.
And, it's just one of those situations where the hair in the back of your neck stands up a little bit. One of the coolest parts that they had talked about also was that progressive auction.
Yep.
And so you put in a bid of $1 and you pay $1 no matter what. Whoever bids $2, and then however high you go, and then you add up all of those numbers, and it comes out to be a pretty big number.
Yeah.
So.
That's great. It's and they've been doing it for 18 years, I think it was.
18 years.
And just wonderful people. They do a lot of work to put it together, and it just shows community, how community is done right around here.
Yep, absolutely. And I talked to Sherry yesterday.
Okay.
Just to get a little bit of additional information. And after Rita had passed away, they had talked about doing it for 15 years because they have 15 kids.
Oh, okay.
But once they got to year 15, they kind of had it down like clockwork, and they just continued doing it. And so it's very much appreciated. So if anyone's listening and you have not been to the Rita Tranberg Memorial, obviously it would be a great thing to attend.
And help give back a little bit.
Yep, you walk away feeling better.
That's great. And something that's close to my heart is music in schools, because that's where I really excelled when I was in school. And you got a piano grant that you got. You want me to tell me a bit about that? Yeah,
Carla Hulney, our band director, she had advocated with the Black River Area Foundation, and she applied for a scholarship, and it was a matching scholarship.
Okay.
So basically, she applied for $10,000. It was granted, but the catch is that the school district, through donations, needed to match that. So in the end, I believe we got 9 pianos, and the nice thing about it is that you can have all 9 kids playing on the piano at the same time, and the instructor can through her toggle board pick which piano she wants to listen to.
Oh, wow.
So in the end, you got 9 kids playing a piano, but there's no sound at all. It's all through audio.
Yep.
And the teacher can, chime in to kid A versus kid B versus kid C, give them detailed directions on what they're doing well, what they need to improve on. And it's just another example of community coming together, doing good things for people. And it playing the piano is something that less and less people are doing. It's kind of an art that's kind of fading a little bit, but anything we can do to keep that alive would be great.
Yeah,
so.
And with music nowadays, the piano, especially these newer keyboards and stuff like that, you can plug it into your computer, and kids can start open up a whole nother world of creating music through some of these technologies and things.
Yeah, like everything else, music has evolved with technology.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
Sure. Big shout out to the Black River Area Foundation for their generosity.
Yeah, thank you guys. That's so great. And you got I'm going to say this wrong. Tracy, how do you say her name?
Tracy Madvig.
Madvig, there we go. and she's coordinated some donations from the Black River Country Bank employees as part of their We Give initiative. You want to tell me a bit about that?
Tracy Madvig is a ray of sunshine from Jackson County, Black River Falls, and yeah, that's an initiative that started a couple years ago, but it's hygiene products for our middle school students primarily. Kids develop at different rates, and sometimes, right or wrong, kids figure out hygiene a little bit
different
later
intervals,
or not. And so, and all of those products are extremely expensive, and so, a lot of people do food, which is appreciated, but another need would be those hygiene products. Which are extremely expensive, and so those are dispersed to our middle school students as needed, and it's very much appreciated.
Oh, very cool. And let's see, the Grandview Care Center, that is highlighted here. Backpacks and school supplies. What are we doing there?
Yeah, there's another example of people doing good things for schools, and they care, and they want to make sure that all kids have the right equipment to be successful within school. And so they did donate, school supplies and backpacks. For an elementary kid, a backpack is pretty darn important.
Yes, it is.
And back in my day, it was your lunchbox was pretty cool.
Yep.
But having a backpack is essential, and they're not cheap, and so whatever we can do to help our families, obviously we appreciate that.
Yeah, a lot of giving hearts around this area, it seems like. That's really cool. And we got to talk sports because we're in the fall season. A lot of them have already kicked off already, and I'm sure there's some things you'd like to highlight on that.
Yeah, our sports are rolling like usual. Win, lose, you learn no matter what. But our football team is off to a really good start. They started off the year 3-0. They've got a very big game tonight against Elma Pepin here at home, starting at 7 p.m. tonight. That'll be a good test for us because they're kind of picked as kind of the leaders in the conference. So the football team is off to a great start. Cross country, we just had a meet earlier this week at the Skyline Golf Course, and we have Alex. He is a foreign exchange student from Poland, and he's quite the runner. He actually reminds me of Christoph from a couple years ago from Norway.
Oh, really?
He made it to state in cross country, and I think that Alex could be following in those same footsteps.
Cool.
But he won that cross country meet in Black River earlier this week, and then Landon Kidd is, he's a freshman. He's showing lots and lots of potential, and you got Jadrian Borison and Kelsey Lean on the girls' side that are really leading the pack. We've got Grace Milsna. She's a first-year coach of cross country, and she's doing an amazing job with them. And then we've got swimming. We've got a couple of our students involved in swimming. We co-op with Black River Falls. They have 2 home meets. They've had one already, but I didn't make it to the first one, but I'm going to make sure I make it to the second one so I can watch our students. And then volleyball, they had a really, really, really good game last night here in Whitehall last night. Blair-Taylor lost the first 2 sets, and then they won the third and fourth set. And it came down to that 5th set, and it came right down to the wire. And the comment that I heard from a few people was nobody likes to miss the beginning of the Packer game, but they didn't mind missing the beginning of the Packer game because that was just such a good volleyball game that they played last night.
Yeah, when you got a good game like that, it's like the Packers can wait a little bit longer, right?
Absolutely.
Well, very good. Anything else you want to cover before we get going today?
Another thing that I've promoted before is, it's the beginning of the year. Lots of our students have been exposed to in the first week of school, like different organizations that they can be a part of. So each organization did a little presentation on what they offer, but I'm just here to promote, get involved, join FFA, join FCCLA, join FBLA, join forensics. Those are all extra opportunities to enhance your academic experience. And so please get involved.
Very good. Well, Lynn, thank you so much for coming in this morning. I know you've had a busy morning already, so thank you for making time for us. And we are going to get back into the music and then your weather report right now here on Coffee with Brian.